Hello YouTubes, we're just leaving this marine park, whatever it's called. I'm just going to motor out through this little gap here, and then it should be just a quick downwind sail to Cortez Island, kind of in search of some better cell phone signal. Apologize for my head being in the way. So I'm putting a lot of faith in Navionics right now. It does claim that I can get through here. So hopefully the depth is as indicated. Everything seems to be going according to the chart here, so presumably there's nothing below me to worry about. I am curious to see what kind of damage I did to the mainsail, but it's not quite time to get it out yet. I suspect that at the end of this channel, this wind is probably going to die down and or change direction. And at such point I'll get the main up and see just how much havoc that one broken clip is going to create. I kind of have the feeling that I'm going to ignore it for a while because I have not located a spare. If anything, I might move it either to the very top or very bottom. But I really yeah, like I said, I'll find out soon enough when I get the main up. But I mean, it shouldn't be the end of the world. It won't promote a perfect sail shape, but I'm not known to ever have perfect sail shapes the way I do things. So this will be a pretty slow going, relaxing short sail. I think it's like 6 nautical miles, if even that. I'm not getting too far away from Savory because I still want to get back there and get on land. Since it is a large beach, I'm kind of waiting for a nice day. And I think Thursday and Friday are both supposedly going to be sunny and hot, so make my way back there in the next couple days, I guess. But for now, we're just kind of going in search of cell phone signal and just new land again. I did some exploring at this here piece of rock on the left hand side here. Basically walked around, I don't know, like 75% of it. I didn't see this particular edge yet, but I might lose my wind there. Point a little that way. Yeah, it's really uninhabited, so not a lot to see, and there's no trails or anything as such here, so I had my fun exploring. Time to move on. And of course where we came from. And I do feel like I need to steer. Yep. Certainly could have brought the dinghy this way and explored some of these smaller little islets or islands, whatever you want to call them. But don't really expect I would have seen much that I'm not seeing from here anyways. They are pretty small, in fact. But they all do belong to the same marine park. As far as I am aware, this is all kind of designated as marine park on the charts anyways. The boat is already taking its own course, but it will not be long here. Alrighty then. As usual, we do have some residents located here, sort of nowhere. It's not often that you find completely uninhabited coastlines around here, or not that I've seen anyways. But I'm sure as I progress northern, it'll probably become less. Certainly a pretty extravagant home for being this far out. It's definitely large and has a pretty sort of unique architecture to it. I was kind of waiting for this channel to widen up a bit so I could turn to windward and raise the main. Right now I'm just going to go downwind or continue downwind. Just until this other boat, there's a fishing boat there in the distance. He's obviously going to be traveling faster than I am, so hey, caramba. So I'm kind of intending just to wait for him to pass in his wake disturbance to leave me in peace before I go about getting the main up. Right on this point to sail, it tends to just block the Genoa anyways. It doesn't really add any benefit from what my experience tells me. And Mr. Fishing Boat is actually not even coming my way, so I guess, now having said that, there is another boat coming my way, so yeah, we'll just continue on. That fellow looked like it had twin 400 horse outboards, so It's obviously got some power. As you can see, it was moving pretty quickly. That wasn't pretty, but it worked. So I can't exactly tell which one of those is the broken clip. Downwind anyways, it certainly doesn't seem to make any kind of difference. I suspect maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 from the top, or 3 from the top. It's hard to say from down here, but yeah, it doesn't appear to do anything adverse with wind behind me, at least. So anyways, this point of sail should get me relatively to where I'm going, which I believe is just right there. So I'll turn you off. Nothing much exciting happening here. I'm really not sure if it's the time of year and the location, or if it's the Hunger Games nonsense. But things do certainly seem, you know, less boaters in general at this point in time at this location than I'm used to seeing anyways. But I have never been this far north yet, so maybe this is typical for all I know. Directly ahead of us is where I'm going, so as I said, it should just be well, this for the next hour, roughly. I don't think the wind is supposed to be coming from the northwest overnight, but I don't believe it's changing anytime in the near future, at least. I certainly do feel like there's a lot to be said for just kind of slowing down and working with nature, which I'm learning to do given my new kind of sailing life. I don't travel fast at all, and I let the wind make the majority of my decisions. So yeah, definitely kind of feel connected out here. I don't mind being in anchorages without cell phone signal, but at the same time I am trying to whatever, document my travels, I guess. So there's that. But I'm just as happy as far as entertainment to just to watch the surroundings, really. We have some lovely mountains there as a backdrop. Pretty positive that those belong to Vancouver Island. Not exactly sure what those guys are called. Navionics is currently running on my phone, which I am recording with, so I won't know the names of anything. My iPad is busy uploading, but what's the name of it? Quadra, I think, is somewhere kind of beyond in that region, but I have no idea if it's visible or not. It may be more that way. Yeah, not sure. As I don't pay a whole lot of attention to dates, I'm just kind of realizing the May long weekend is coming up here eventually, pretty quickly, I think. Within like 4 or 5 days, something like that. So possibly we'll see some other people around, out and about on the waters here. So far I haven't run into really anybody since I guess there was 2 boats at Hardy Island. I did talk to a guy. I had a neighbor one night, I believe, at Powell River. I suspect there's maybe, I don't know, 8 knots of wind right now. Between 5 and 8 is kind of my guess. And it's sort of overcast, as you can see. I think it's around 12 degrees, they claimed. So not really hot, not really cold either. Not a bad day for a quick little jaunt. This would be the calm leading up to the storm, I guess, at this point. Again, the wind had seemed to be kind of dying off and was blowing well, towards the shoreline there on the, beyond the mast at this point. Kind of blowing straight into where I was going. So once again, I thought, good time to get the main out of the way and just fly the Genoa downwind into close to the anchorage here. But as usual, plans changed. I actually had quite a bit of fun in the next kind of proceeding, or in the next following clips, that is to say. Just flying the Genoa just by itself in some pretty, decent winds was gave me a good feel for just the way the boat handles. Surprising to me anyways, the Genoa was enough to get me to like 5.5 knots. So I was basically just sailing it like a dinghy. In the next a few little clips you're gonna see here, I just had the steering wheel in one hand and the Genoa sheet in the other hand, and just having fun, kind of exploring, getting a good feel for the boat. I spent the majority of the previous day there leaving Savory Island with only the main, sort of doing the same thing, getting just getting a good feel for the boat, and with just one or the other sail, not both sails combined. And I do believe that'll ultimately help me out in the future. Just these little bits of experimentation where I was just really getting a good feel for how the boat reacts and what the sails do to it as far as being on their own. Okay, so the wind has picked up and the rain has also increased. The wind did change directions, so I'm not downwind at all anymore, but that's okay. It's giving me some extra speed. And once again, it's changed, or I've changed direction enough anyway. Definitely not the most efficient way to get there, but it's, I believe from what I've seen on the charts, it's a pretty kind of tight area, so I don't plan to sail right into it anyways. I'll be starting the motor here in not a whole long, amount of time. So I didn't have a whole lot of memory on my GoPro, and it is no longer recording, but we're still flying straight, kind of, well, it's coming a little bit off the bow and the beam, I guess, whatever I really want to call that. Going 4-ish knots, give or take. So we're getting there quickly. The wind came up as the rain came. And now the rain is not really noticeable anyways. It might still be raining, but yeah, basically once I get to that little rock there, I think I'll be just getting rid of the sail and starting the engine, because it does look fairly tight in there. But yeah, that's where we were. That's where we're to. Be filming too much. I've got the motor running now, obviously. We have to get through that little pretty tight little entrance there, and the wind is howling at the moment, and the rain is now coming down well, decently anyways. So yeah, I need my navionics just to make sure I'm getting through this correctly, so that'll be about all I'm filming here. Yeah, it's narrow, but it's nothing, not as narrow as it looks. I'm quite sure of that. So anyways, we'll see you on the other side. So the entrance is definitely bigger than it looked, as I kind of anticipated it would be. That is awfully shallow and not to be messed around in, but yeah, lots of room there to get through. So my intention is to anchor off in that region there somewhere. It's supposed to be northwesterly tonight, so I'm going to tuck into the northwest here. Seems to be, I don't know, seems to make sense. So yeah, nothing too much more to say, I guess. Here, there's definitely some other boats around. Let's give you a wee gander here. So houses and boats to be seen. This guy's got a little floating entourage. Seen a few of those in the southern Gulf Islands. Yeah, just a small little bay, I guess. Anyways, guys, this will probably be it for this. So, thanks for watching, and to be continued, obviously.